On today's episode of the DeRaud-Messinger Show, Dylan, we're talking about a new Arizona transfer. How many exist out there? We're talking Bill Norton, commitment to the Texas Longhorns. Longhorns fans, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. It's greatly appreciated. And check us out at HornSports.com for all the latest in Texas news. Now, Dylan, yet again, I'm talking about an Arizona transfer commit that plays on the defensive line. This time, we are discussing Bill Norton, who Dylan actually began his career at Georgia, spent several seasons there before playing at Arizona. So it's a little bit of a moving game, so please, dance with me in this little movement we got. But Bill Norton, Dylan, the thing to remember, and Texas fans, you will be remembering this on Saturdays, is this man is big. 6'6", listed at 285 pounds. Dylan, we'll have to see when he puts on the jersey what he officially weighs at. But why should Longhorns fans be excited about this addition?
Well, because he could eat one of us, Devon, and then still be hungry enough to eat the other one. Just in terms of, hey, the amount of stuff they got to eat.
Back off.
Chick-fil-A diet, Devon. You got to be big on the Chick-fil-A diet in this one. It's reverse Chick-fil-A diet. But what they should be excited about is beefing up this run defense, Devon, to really get down to the nitty-gritty up front. That's where
I was waiting for it.
the magic happens.
I was wait to lose him there. So. That was a little induced laugh. I got him. Dylan, reverse Chick-fil-A diet always works. Never not worked. Quinn Ewers, of course, was a part of the reverse Chick-fil-A diet his first season, and then got off of it on the Chick-fil-A diet. We saw how that worked out. All things aside, we are not actually promoted by Chick-fil-A, so no longer discussing them. Bill Norton, Dylan, 32 tackles last year at Arizona. Definitely solid numbers from a defensive tackle standpoint, Dylan. DTs, I love them. They eat up space, as you talked about. They eat up people sometimes, as you also talked about. But they don't really get too involved in that stat category. But he's following Johnny Nansen, Dylan, the current Texas linebackers coach who was at Arizona before, in that, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, the defensive coordinator role. So there's a little bit of an Arizona migration, as we talked about. Sevilla was the last guy that moved over. But this is important just to add on to what Dylan was saying, because Texas lost Byron Murphy to the draft. Texas lost T'Vondre Sweat. And not even the losing people side of things, the current roster is not too experienced on the defensive front. There are some guys that will be fighting for snaps along with Norton. However, Dylan, it's pretty much up for grabs right now, and you assume a guy like this is not transferring to Texas with the prospect of sitting on the bench. So it's a good add in that regard. Now, I don't think they're done, Dylan. They've got two, at least the two Arizona commits, but now I would be keeping an eye out on Dominic Williams out of TCU and someone that seems to be leaning the Texas way, Jay Toia. I had to watch a pronunciation guide for that one, Dylan. Out of UCLA.
Can't help you on that one.
Nah, I didn't expect it. He's out of UCLA. If they add one more, Dylan, I don't know if they will be able to fill the role and shoes of Murphy and Sweat, but it'll at least be in a somewhat stable situation where, okay, we know what we're getting next year heading into the SEC. How do you feel about additions? Do you think there needs to be a potential another one, or is there another position that you'd maybe prioritize?
I think it really comes down to switchability, Devin, when it comes to defensive tackles. I don't know if they're the running backs of the defense, but again, it's very important to have healthy legs at that position that aren't exhausted when they're out there, right? That's why the rotations, getting guys in between snaps, the rotations, that's why it's so important. So getting more players like Norton, right, skill-wise and experience, so that you can, right, match the player. Right? So
you karate chopping what's going
get the
on
words
over
out
there.
Here. I don't know. Somebody's doing something. Put me out there, coach. But again, it really does come down to switchability and the experience that you were talking about, just at that position. So more the merrier, I think, is what I'm trying to say.
Well, like you're saying, DTs can't play every snap in a football game, Dylan. They're going to need to be shuffled out.
No, they cannot.
As a result, the more bodies that are qualified, that are in a lineup, the better you feel. I'm quite confident right now that the roster's heading in the right direction. Dylan, there's some transfers in and transfers out, so we'll have to see how it shakes up. But overall, can't be too displeased with another addition. But more importantly than our thoughts, what are yours about Norton's addition to the Longhorns? Let us know down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, have a great rest of your day.